The 1980s didn't just introduce hip-hop to the world. The decade taught the world how to move, dress, and talk. These songs came from parks, basements, tiny studios, and big city streets. Some were party starters, some were warnings. All of them still matter. Let's count down the top 15 1980s hip-hop songs we'll never forget. Hip-hop in the early 1980s was still finding its shape. It lived at parties, on park benches, and on homemade tapes long before it ruled radio. These records show how the music learned to speak to the world. One voice, one beat, one bold idea at a time.
And the IRS says they want to chat.
Before rap had a seat at the big table, this record pulled up a chair. The Breaks took the call-in response of a block party and pressed it into a single that cut through radio and clubs. The groove is simple by design. Hand claps, a rubbery bass line, and a chant you can learn in seconds.
And yesterday you lost your job.
But behind the fun sits a breakthrough, proof that a rap record could hit nationally and sell in serious numbers. Kurtis Blow's delivery is bright and confident, and the track never loses its bounce.
All right. Say ho. Ho. You don't stop. I keep on.
It taught labels that hip-hop wasn't a fad. It was a market. It taught young MCs that a DJ set could become a career. Most of all, it captured the joy of early rap without watering it down. If you want to hear the door open for the decade, start here.
Close to the edge, I'm trying not to lose.
2 years later, hip-hop stared straight at the world and refused to blink. The message traded party boasts for street detail. Broken glass, pressure, and the slow grind of a city that could swallow you whole. The beat is lean and unhurried so the words can land. Mel Mel's verses feel like headlines and diary pages at the same time. Specific, sharp, and unforgettable.
There's a strike at the station. On King Kong standing on my back, can't stop to turn around.
This is where a lot of listeners outside the culture first understood that rap could be social reporting, not just celebration. It widened the lane for artists who wanted to tell hard truths and still make a record people would play again and again. The hook stays with you, but it's the pictures in the verses that changed how the genre was heard. Then the future touched down. Planet rock fused drum machine thunder, electronic melodies, and MC chants into a sound that felt new everywhere at once. Built around the snap of the TR-808 and inspired by European synth lines, it connected Bronx block parties to global dance floors. The song showed that hip-hop wasn't tied to one band setup or one city's instruments. It could absorb technology and keep its soul. You can trace whole scenes, electro, Miami bass, parts of techno, back to the blueprint stamped here. The message is in the physics. Fewer live instruments, more voltage, same human pulse. Hip-hop would never be scared of machines again.
I lead and you sucker MCs. It's who I feed, so take flat, move back, catch a heart.
Minimalism became a weapon. Sucker MCs is bare bones on purpose. A hard drum machine, a few sharp hits, and two voices punching holes in the air. No disco gloss, no sugar on top, just swagger and timing. Run-D.M.C sound like they're stepping into a cipher and taking over the space.
Take it to the death places, one of a kind, for your people delight and for your sucker MCs that just ain't right.
The track didn't just modernize the sound, it reset the rules of delivery. Rapping got louder, cleaner, more aggressive. The close, the attitude, the production, everything pointed forward. After this, old school and new school weren't just time periods, they were a line you could hear. Here comes the solo star with stadium lungs. Rock the Bells is explosive from the first bar. LL drives a stiff, pounding beat with breathless confidence, stacking battle rhymes that feel like they could rattle a gym. The record captures the energy of live performance. Short shouts, quick turnarounds, and a hook that invites the crowd to answer. It also proves another lesson of the mid-80s. Charisma matters. You need bars, but you also need presence. LL had both, and this single turned that power into something you could blast from a boombox and hear in an arena. A different kind of power breaks through here. Two women leading the party, not asking to join it. Push It is tight and direct. A synth line that hooks you instantly, crisp drums, and voices that ride the beat with a wink and a command.
Push it real good. Push it.
It smashed through club doors and onto pop radio without giving up its hip-hop core. The song opened a lane for more women to be stars in rap, not exceptions. It also reminded everyone that a perfect chant over a clean beat can travel anywhere. Decades later, the first notes still fill a dance floor in seconds. Storytelling takes a wild turn here. Paul Revere is a tall tale with a twist. The beat feels like it's moving backward while the group races forward with jokes, boasts, and cartoon-sharp scenes. The production flips your ear. Spare drums, big space, and a rhythm that sounds wrong in a way that becomes right once the flows lock in. The track proved hip-hop could be mischievous and still be deadly serious about craft. It broadened the genre's voice without watering it down, showing that personality and risk-taking could be part of the core recipe.
I stay alive, so I walk up the street, whistling this, feeling out of place, cause man do I miss.
Cool changed the game. Rakim's voice isn't loud, it's precise. He stacks internal rhymes, slides across the bar lines, and controls silence as if it's another instrument. Over a deep, hypnotic groove, he made complexity feel effortless.
Your girl house and I go to mine, cause my girl is definitely mad cause it took us too long to do this album.
The original track is already a clinic in pocket and restraint. The famous club remix took it around the world. Together they pushed MC technique forward and proved that minimal production, if perfectly measured, can be magnetic. After this, a lot of rappers tried to sound calm. Few could sound this composed. This video is sponsored by the LLORE store on Amazon, your one-stop shop for music lovers across reggae, rock, pop, and hip-hop. We built it for real listeners who don't want to dig through 1,000 listings to find the right gear. Inside the LLORE store, you'll find 5 aisles. VIP, top, battle-tested essentials. Headphones, turntables, speakers, gig-safe earplugs, smart speakers. Reggae vibe, roots and lovers. Rock made easy, automatic decks, warm bookshelf speakers, vinyl care. Rock LLORE, classic rock must-haves. Open back cans, simple amps, living room concert vibes. Pop LLORE, feel-good everyday setups, clean, clear speakers, easy streaming, nostalgia-friendly picks. Hip-hop must-haves, punchy bass without the muddle, closed-back headphones and living room systems that handle low-end, plus a rotating crate of old album vinyl if you're rebuilding a 60s-90s collection. Every product page tells you who it's for, 3 pros, 1 con, and why we picked it. So you can choose with confidence. Flying soon? Check. VIP for noise cancelling that tames plane roar. Mostly listening at home? Try open back headphones that let live albums breathe. Want instant gratification vinyl? Our fully automatic turntable is 1 button from silence to music, and the record cleaning kit knocks down crackle so the bass tightens up. Headed to shows? Grab high-fidelity earplugs. Hands-free at home? Our smart speaker picks let you say, play 70s reggae or classic pop, and you're there. Deal alert! If you use the link in the description, you'll land on our curated picks with current best available Amazon pricing and active discounts where applicable. Prices change, so buy now to lock in today's deal. Tap the link in the description, pick your aisle, grab a favorite, and tell me which category you want me to build next. The LLORE store. Listen better, with gear that gets out of the way and lets the music live. This is battle rap boiled down to the bone. A bare beat, a few cold piano stabs, one voice that refuses to back down. KRS, one steps to the mic like a teacher and a challenger at the same time. He's not only attacking rivals, he's claiming history. The Bridge Wars started with a simple argument about where hip-hop began. By the time this song drops, the fight is bigger than one block or one crew. It's about who gets to tell the story. What makes the record hit is the discipline. There are no extra sounds. Every line is tight. KRS slides between punchlines, facts, and a hint of dancehall rhythm, proving that clarity can be louder than noise.
They must be on the dick of who? He just got the rock card. We don't complain, brother, we play the game.
You hear the Bronx answering Queensbridge, but you also hear an artist setting a standard. Bring bars, bring confidence, and say your name with your chest. When the last jab lands, the beat stops like a door slamming. The message is clear. Legacy isn't given, it's taken.
We are the same, no we're not the same, cause we don't know the game. What we need is awareness.
Some songs ask for attention. This one demands it. Fight the Power is a moving wall of sound. Horns, sirens, scratches, and a drum line that marches forward. Chuck D's voice is thunder, firm, direct, and impossible to ignore, while Flavor Flav throws sparks around him. The lyrics push back against what the world tells you to accept. The hook is plain on purpose, a line you can shout with a crowd and carry into the street.
Cause we don't know the game. What we need is awareness. We can't get careless. You say what?
The track wasn't just made for radio. It was built for a moment. It powered scenes in a major film and became a soundtrack for real protest. The Bomb Squad's layered production style squeezes decades of black music into a few explosive minutes, but nothing ever gets blurry.
You say what is this? Let's get down to business.
The beat is busy, yet the message is simple. Know your worth, speak your mind, and move together. That's why the song still feels fresh in any decade. It isn't a trend, it's a stance.
You can go toe to toe, no mate. I'm knocking niggas out the box daily. Yo, we.
This is a door kicker. The beat is heavy and dark. The voices arrive like sirens, fast, raw, and unfiltered. The record doesn't ask for permission. It puts you in a specific place and dares you to look away. You hear pride, anger, humor, and survival all packed into tight verses.
It's crazy as fuck. As I leave, believe I'm starving, but when I come back, boy, I'm coming.
Each MC brings a different edge, and together they turn a local report into a national shockwave. What changed after this? Everything. Radio argued about it. TV tried to ignore it and failed. The country debated what should be allowed on a record. But beneath the controversy sits a simple truth. The song is built to last.
It's jacking, but when illegally armed, it's called packing. Shoot a motherfucker in a minute.
The drums knock, the hooks stick, the verses are straight to the point. You might not agree with every word, but you feel the force. It set the stage for West Coast rap and proved that reality, even when ugly, would not be pushed off the mic. Cool can hit just as hard as loud. EPMD glide over thick, buttery funk with voices that sound unbothered by everything except the groove. There's no rush in the delivery and no clutter in the beat. The duo trades lines like two friends finishing each other's sentences, letting the bass do the heavy lifting while they sit perfectly in the pocket.
Sorry to be modest. I knew I was the man with the master plan to make you wiggle and jiggle like.
This record taught a quiet lesson to a loud era. Confidence doesn't need to shout. The samples are warm, the drums are clean, and every bar lands like a smirk. You get swagger without chaos, punchlines without yelling, and a head nod that won't quit. Strictly Business made Laid Back a power move and opened the door for a whole line of smooth, funk-driven East Coast records.
Undercover, the cop grabbed his arm, he started acting erratic, he said, "Keep still, boy, no need for static." Punch.
Close your eyes and you can see it. That's the gift of Slick Rick. He doesn't just rhyme, he paints. Children's Story is a whole short film in a few minutes. Characters, chase scenes, twists, and a lesson at the end.
Dave, the dope fiend shooting dope, who don't know the meaning of what's I know soap. He said, I need.
The beat is moody and steady, leaving space for every detail to breathe. Rick's accent, timing, and humor make even small lines feel alive. The magic here is control. He speeds up and slows down, changes tone for different characters, and sets every punchline right on the beat.
In a madman's dream, the cop shot the kid, I still hear him scream. This ain't funny, so don't you dare.
It's playful and serious at the same time, which is why the story sticks. Rappers had told stories before, but this track set a modern standard. Clear pictures, strong pacing, and an ending that makes you think. Many tried to copy it. Few matched the balance of charm and weight.
Because I get stupid, I mean outrageous. Stay away from me if you're contagious, 'cause I'm the way.
This is pure electricity. From the first, woo, yeah, you know what time it is. The drums bounce, the sample shouts, and the hook lifts the whole room at once. It's the kind of record that DJs use to save a sleepy crowd or push a party over the top.
Listen up, 'cause I'm gonna keep you in step. I got an idea that I wanna share. You don't like it, so what?
The verses keep the motion going, but the secret weapon is the rhythm. Simple, bright, and unstoppable. Why does it last? Because it understands the body. The song is built from parts that make people move almost without thinking.
Never saw me like the way that I rhyme at a show. The reason why, man, I don't know, so let's go.
It works in clubs, gyms, weddings, arenas, anywhere with speakers and space. Decades pass, trends change, but that break still flips a switch in your brain. Not every classic is deep or dark. Some are just joy pressed into wax, and this is one of the best. Before rap was ruling the charts, Whodini showed it could be smooth, wise, and radio ready without losing its edge. Friends rides a warm, mid-tempo groove that lets the melody shine. The hook is simple and true. Who can you really trust? The verses talk about loyalty and betrayal in plain language, the kind anyone can understand, which is why the song connects with teenagers and grown folks alike.
Again and again, but these are the people that we call friends.
What's special is the tone. There's no shouting, no rush, just clear words over a graceful beat. It proved that hip-hop could handle grown topics and still feel cool. The record opened a lane for songs that weren't just party chants or battle threats. It made space for reflection, and it did it with style. You could nod your head and think at the same time.
This goes on again and again, but these are the people that we call friends.
Together, these songs tell a story about growth. Hip-hop didn't stay in one mood or one place. It battled for respect, pushed onto movie screens, shook up the radio, and filled dance floors. It argued about history, told cautionary tales, and made joy you could hold in your hands.
From uptown, Brooklyn bound.
If you line these records up and listen in order, you can hear the culture building itself brick by brick, beat by beat, verse by verse, until the world had no choice but to listen. The journey doesn't end here, hip-hop warrior. Watch this next.